Wow, we just got the head bob dance.
And the eyes closed.
Yeah.
Cute. That means I was feeling it.
Welcome our listeners back to... Did I say black?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, you never realize you have like verbal tics so you're on the radio all the time. And then you're like, back.
Yeah. So let's
Back
talk
to
about your
figuring.
Marilyn Manson shirt, which is actually really freaking me out that I'm staring at that face.
Yeah? Why?
Because, I mean, I never got Marilyn Manson. Like, I just didn't.
It didn't yeah.
I couldn't, just didn't invade me like apparently it does you and Lady Gaga, because I know you're a huge fan. And it's okay.
Well, I think that Lady Gaga is Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
I think Marilyn Manson had a sex change.
And the kid from
became
Mr. Belvedere,
Lady
right?
Gaga.
Wasn't that the rumor always?
I don't know. Who knows?
Andrew actually has, this is a true story, this is no joke, he has a waxed head of Marilyn Manson.
His real head.
His real head. I'm not joking.
No, it's a little weird.
You can't make
It's a
that
little
up.
weird.
Is it on display in
It's
your
actually
house?
not a wax head. It's like a mask. It's a death mask.
And it's really from his face?
Yeah, but see, I think... see, you're going to make me sound weird, but it's not as weird as it sounds, because...
No, it's pretty weird.
Well, there's this artist called Joel Peter Witkin. Do you know who he is? Of course not.
No.
Joel Peter Witkin is a photographer from San Francisco, and he has this story that when he was young, he was driving along with his parents, and they passed a car accident, and he saw somebody decapitated, and he had horrible nightmares, ever since then. And he became a photographer, and he makes these very sort of dreamy, nightmarish, gloomy photographs, all in black and white. But if you look at early Nine Inch Nails videos after the first album, second album, and around 2000, and Marilyn Manson stuff, a lot of the visual imagery all comes from Joel Peter Witkin, along with death masks, which Joel Peter Witkin used in strange ways in his photography collages, including
Riveting radio, right?
He would cut them in
fascination with
This is just riveting.
If you're gonna ask me why,
I didn't know it was such a long story as to why you have a mask. Have you ever worn it for Halloween?
it's solid wax.
So Andrew and I had this conversation on the way down here. I actually enjoy doing this. I enjoy bowling. Andrew's convinced that the only reason...
I like art, and Judah
Judah
likes bowling.
But Andrew's convinced the only reason there is
That needs to go in
bowling
our
is to
book,
drink.
Like,
So now that he's so...
I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. I think bowling.
that was a private conversation. Now I've offended every bowler on AM radio.
Yes, you have, because most bowlers are on AM radio.
But anyway, you don't think that, I mean, most people that go bowling to me, I normally think of, like, they got a pitcher of beer and they're drinking, and...
It wasn't that way for me, because again, like, I'm
And
unfocused,
smoking.
and I can't.
It's smoking, right?
I can't play the game.
I agree. I enjoy bowling. Which I think is a huge thing for a lot of people when they get sober. I think we're actually talking about something.
Sober bowling?
I didn't have that issue. I didn't have that issue with bowling. I didn't have that issue with certain things. But certain things I did. I had a hard time going to concerts.
Right.
I had a hard time going to football games. Because that I did a lot, or baseball games. I mean, I used to drink to go to baseball games, not go to baseball games to drink.
Right.
And
Important
No, you
topic.
just said the same thing twice, but whatever.
We're talking
no. It's a big difference what I said.
No, you said...
I used to drink to go to baseball games, not go to baseball games to drink.
Oh, okay.
See, very profound what I just said.
But
Yeah.
But you're
I don't know if they're really that different, but whatever. Go ahead.
Let's
Yes,
keep on track.
but bowling wasn't one of those things for me. But I think when people do get sober, they have to learn how to do certain things again. It's really like being, almost like when you do have
Or
amnesia.
learn different ways to enjoy them.
Right. It's almost in a sense when you come out of a coma, you have to learn how to walk again.
Right.
You have to learn all these motor skills. When you do get sober, you have to learn. And I think most people don't want to get sober because they're so scared of having to learn those things. Those things are terrifying.
Yeah.
You're 23, you're 33, you're 43, and you have to learn how to go on a date sober. That is terrifying.
Right.
It is, yeah. And I think what we're talking about here is learning how to engage people, where most of my life, I can only speak from my perspective, it was about disengaging and finding a way to block out the, because I always felt like, well, I don't really have anything interesting to say, you know what I mean? And whatever I'm going to say to you is just going to bore you or whatever. It's not going to be of any value, And that's the stuff that I dealt with. So getting sober and having
So you
to learn.
chose going to comedy.
Yeah.
Like only the hardest way to engage in self-expression alone on a stage with no feedback.
Doesn't that make sense though? I'm forcing myself to actually like find a voice now, which is like the biggest, most important thing of for me right now is in my recovery and in my life.
It's kind of what comedy's about, right? It's about really finding your own personal voice and perspective on the world.
I think that's what recovery is about.
Yeah.
I guess this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Profound again.
Yeah. In a Judah kind of way.
Yes, in my Judaisms.
What do you think recovery is about, Jason?
Well, he said, Dr. Coco said, Dr. Coco said the best thing last week, and I've been thinking about it all week, was he was talking about the real spirituality is the freedom. You know,
It's freedom from symptoms, obsessions, addiction. Yeah. But is that what you meant?
Yes, that's what I meant, Doc.
Okay.
And no, it resonated with me all week. It did. That we're always looking for, spiritual experiences, spiritual awakenings, but the freedom of not having to wake up in the morning and know where your car keys are is a very freeing feeling.
Yeah, I still can't find my car keys.
Yeah.
Without using a substance.
Yeah. But that's also because your apartment has like three dogs, 3 cats.
What are you talking about? I got the fat man, who is like a creature, and then I have one fluffy, very fluffy dog.
Yes.
A white fluff ball.
I like the topic of spirituality, and as it pertains to sobriety, and it's not to say that when I was drinking, I wasn't capable of having a spiritual experience. I firmly believe that I was, but there came a time when alcohol really became my master. Became my god and became all important. It's like indentured servitude, to a substance, and that's what it became for me. And now finding that spirituality, which I think all of us experience at some point in our life, going back to when we were kids, learning to find that and rediscover that again. I really feel like I'm 2 years sober now. I feel like I'm just really that old, just coming into life again. I'm like a toddler. It's
so how do you define spirituality for you? How does that manifest itself now?
For me, it's really about finding my voice and speaking from a place of comfort and knowledge. Allowing myself to actually feel that I have something to offer the world. That for me is my higher power, and I find it any way I can, and it happens to be through comedy right now, and getting up and talking to people, because that's what I spent all my time avoiding, was actually talking to people and engaging them. So
it's so interesting. Like I wonder, like in Eastern cultures where there's a lack of emphasis on the ego and the self. And spirituality is more about community and wholeness of the culture, right? And Buddhism, and you go to Japan, there's it's not like this. People wouldn't sit around and say spiritually that it's about my voice. They'd be socially inhibited from saying that, that idea. So. So my point is, from like a psychoanalytic standpoint, Dr. Ko, can you really practice psychoanalytic theory in a culture where spirituality de-emphasizes the ego?
That's a good question. Yeah. And what I was thinking about is there less addiction in these homogeneous cultures?
Definitely not. I can tell you just from being in Tokyo. Yeah. I mean, I was in Tokyo and Friday night hits, and oh my goodness, you've never seen a drinking culture for business people like there is in Tokyo.
But is that because of us? Is that because our culture has invaded them?
No, I don't think so.
What about China, though?
I've been to China. My parents have been. We should give them a call. My dad's loaded in Beijing right now. Let's give him a call.
Right. I heard Japan has the highest suicide rate. Is that correct?
it has a very high suicide rate.
Definitely during World War II.
It has a very high suicide rate with teens. I don't think their adult suicide rate
With
is much
teens.
higher. Yeah, because there's so much pressure.
The pressure to succeed.
Yeah. But I think that's become more universal.
They also have a huge thing with the
globally.
internet addiction.
One of the things that freaked me out in Japan when I went there was they actually had over all tall buildings over the entryways, and alongside the buildings there's grates so that if people jump off the buildings, they don't hit you.
Really? Is that
Yeah,
true?
it's actually
Oh my
true.
God, that's frightening.
Whoa. Yeah.
You'd think they may put cushions there so people wouldn't die,
Very
but they're
fluffy
just putting grates there so you don't get hit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Don't kill somebody else.
Yeah, right. So you don't kill somebody else. It's okay if you die. I mean, seriously, if you're going to go ahead and put a grate there, might as well put a cushion on top of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Suicide's a
I think
major,
we're going to have to go down to Japan.
it's a major public health issue.
It is.
Plus, so is internet addiction.
Yeah.
Right? How they're related, I don't know.
But I think there is a lot of alcoholism in Japan.
There is, yeah.
Because it's
Well, there was a huge addiction to amphetamines during World War II. They dosed almost the entire population.
right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, we were using a lot of amphetamines
In the 50s, 40s, 50s, right?
yeah, and still do.
Yeah.
For who? Our soldiers?
Yeah, for those long flights
Oh.
where there's just one person in the cockpit and
Yeah.
they're bringing planes around the world. There's no other way to do it. They refuel them in there.
Can you imagine that? Like just being on a hot air balloon
Well,
going across the world.
20-hour flights.
Judah, I'm sure you've done that in your mind.
I have. Richard Branson and I. Virgin Judah.
He's wearing his ballooner hat.
Balloon hat.
Yeah, I'm actually
Balloon
wearing
hat.
an angel hat, you know.
Covering up the Angel logo out of the after the loss today. to
Well, I'm
the
a Yankee
Yankees.
fan.
This is really, you're so confused, Jude. I feel like maybe my mother.
You
does-
just figured that out. That I'm confused.
My Yankee fan wearing an Angels hat. The
It was a
Angels
birthday
played the
present.
Yankees
It was a
today.
birthday present from
Rand.
From Rand. So
Right. You've worn it. You haven't taken it off since.
I haven't taken it off since. It's
and it's been like what, 3 weeks now.
3
You've
weeks.
been wearing your birthday present.
I've been wearing my birthday present.
I actually feel kind of like I need to buy you something so you can move on from the hat.
Let's buy me a new hat.
Yeah.
I mean, when I like something, I wear it a lot.
You're
It's
very,
like-
you attach yourself very much.
You don't have that with sandwiches or anything? Like when you find a good sandwich, you just go to that sandwich often?
I haven't found a sandwich I don't like.
That's true. Andrew's actually on a very healthy kick right now. Andrew is on a diet.
That's right.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
trying to lose some weight.
Yeah, I'm only having one milkshake a night.
Wow.
and he's only getting number one a night.
Yeah, right.
So I think Stephen said it very well when he talked about recovery.
I like Dr. Co bringing it back.
Right?
Yeah.
Bringing it back to recovery.
Talking about, being able to relate to people and in a real way.
Well, you're authentic.
Yeah.
There's something, you become authentic when you
Yes.
get sober.
Yes, I think that's what it is, finding your authenticity, or I said finding your voice. I think I meant the exact same thing, which is finding my spirituality, Yeah.
Well, there's a certain peace in being yourself,
Yeah,
and internally and externally.
absolutely.
What about the cases, though, and we hear about this a lot, where, people say, oh, Charlie was a great guy, and then he stopped drinking, and now he's so boring, I can't stand being around him.
I haven't heard of those cases.
Yeah.
And that was a Friends episode with
well,
Fun Bobby.
Fun Bobby on
I
Friday.
think that's one of the myths of addiction, that if you sober up, you're not going to be any fun anymore.
or is talented.
Yeah, or is talented. Right. It makes no sense at all.
But the gregarious, sort of outgoing storytelling type of personality that's disinhibited by alcohol,
Narcissistic.
narcissistic,
Yeah.
right? Like is out there. Hey,
Right, but that guy's never really funny in the first place. So those guys are not funny.
Exactly.
I mean, how many of
Who's
those
interested in that?
Right, because how many people do you sit in front of?
that person was interested in that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's always that loud person that's making the horrible jokes that you're like, please God, shut him up. That's when I know you're praying, and you're
I'm
like,
walking
"Please."
the other direction.
Right, and walking in the other direction, embarrassing everybody. He's like the parlor. He's the parlor trick that everybody brings,
Right.
Or the party trick, the party favor. Bring him. Wind him up. Get him drunk.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Only you could objectify somebody into a party favorite.
Oh, some people are. Yes. Some people are party favors, but yeah, I agree. You're the one that says it always constantly.
It's a different industry.
that if you walk into a restaurant and you hear the loudest table, usually they are the sober people.
They do tend to be the sober table.
Yeah.
I've found that to be true. For me, I've gotten more outgoing, more gregarious, more everything since I got sober, you know. And I've found ways to actually to put myself out there and take risks, which is so gratifying, you know.
Right.
And I have like a much more active social life than I ever did when I was drinking. You know, so especially in the last few years.
Well, I think most people do. I mean,
yeah.
you would hope.
I mean, it forces you to really put yourself out there, to extend yourself, to, you know, rather than, I mean, my drinking was like getting me into a nice, tight little hole, than staying in one little place. So.
Well, now here's the question, because we talk about this constantly about people that are born. Some people are, you know, when people are younger and they get here, like the two of us.
People that are more genetically predisposed to addiction.
That's our you know, when we got here, we had no social skills for the most part.
Right.
You know, so you got here a little later.
Well, but, you know, Steve was talking about depression, right? You were depressed for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
Right. And how's the depression been since you got sober? Did it lift?
Okay.
I mean, alcohol is a depressant, so that's one of the issues as well. So.
And this is actually a very kind of a touchy subject in the 12-step program, and I can only speak for myself.
Not for us, don't worry.
Yeah. But for me, I had what I called circumstantial or situational depression.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been almost entirely alleviated for me, from my situational depression. And it to me, it was like a cycle of insanity that I kept putting myself through, you know, because I was constantly focused on what I wasn't getting and what the world wasn't delivering to me. And so I would work for it, and when I didn't get it, I get depressed. But when I'm working for it, I'm happy. When I'm not getting it and focused on that, I'm depressed. And it went like that for years and years and years for me. And as I just focus on the here and now and what I'm doing right now, it's been almost entirely alleviated for me, and I know that's not everyone's situation.
Do you think that original pattern was set up in childhood?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I've done a lot of inner child, looking back, all of this stuff.
So tell me about that, like when you just sort of, I mean, I just said that, but, you know.
Yeah, well,
that's
true.
what we see quite often, is it seems like people, they have a reaction to how their parents treated them,
absolutely,
or how they were trained to think or deal with problems.
Yeah, absolutely. I come from a family of well, there was neglect for certain when I was growing up, me and my siblings, and substantial amount of psychological trauma, you know, inflicted by my parents. But I don't say that that's in no way why I became an alcoholic. I became an alcoholic because of my actions, the way that I reacted to the world, and the data that I was receiving, and my actions got me to my alcoholism, and I firmly believe that. You know, I don't really know about the whole genetically predisposed. You know, for me, in my family, there was not a lot of alcoholism.
Well, that's a good question, though. Can you make yourself an alcoholic?
Drinking,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I've always said that any progressive use of a toxin or a substance that creates addiction, right, that, you know, is going to lead to addiction. You do anybody that engages in repetitive action, and Dr. Coe talks about it in terms of compulsivity, right?
Compulsivity, yeah.
Right.
Well, if you can make yourself one, why can't you unmake yourself one?
Well, you know, there's certain physiologic obstacles too.
But that's also the line between abuse and addiction.
Right.
Right. I mean, people can abuse, like I've said commonly on this show, if you look at college students who binge drink, that's the abuse of alcohol. And some people would look at that abuse of alcohol, that binge drinking, as alcoholism. But really, it's just alcohol abuse because they actually haven't progressed into an alcoholic state. Right. So they don't have some of these symptoms that we see in late-stage alcoholism.
So you don't think some people that have alcoholism, there is a bizarre allergy that they have right away?
I think that, like most things, Americans always want one answer.
No, I didn't say for
and-
everybody.
Right,
I'm saying for some people.
and I think that alcoholism addiction is one of these things where there isn't one answer.
Right.
There's many different answers and there's many different paths. What we do know is that I think that once somebody reaches the state of addiction, past abuse, then we know that there's a certain symptomology that comes along with that, which is pathological. It's bad for you and it can kill you.
Addiction is a behavioral syndrome, right, which is distinguished from being dependent on a drug, you know, and they go together, but they can be separate.
Right. But medically, what would you actually call the physical addiction? It's still an addiction.
Addiction, if you're physically dependent, is what I'm talking about.
Right.
Then there's a withdrawal syndrome.
Right.
And
then once you're past
and so
that,
you're going to keep taking the drug because you don't want to withdraw.
correct.
Yeah.
So cocaine really isn't physically addicting, right?
Right.
But yet
It can have
people have strong psychological addictions.
Exactly.
But isn't that really physical?
Well, some of it is. I mean,
See, I was setting you up for the tricky question.
No, but these are very hard because
Right,
marijuana, the
because-
same thing. I think with marijuana, you have the same question because like a lot of people.
I think people are starting to realize that that there probably are structural changes in
Yeah.
the brain chemistry that keep people compulsively
Addicted.
using marijuana.
well, you know, what you're talking about now is cravings.
Cravings, right. But also, I mean, dopamine obviously is affected by cocaine, and your receptors must be affected. So there must be actually some, while you don't have a withdrawal symptom, I don't know.
Well,
it is. It's a hard question. It's a hard question to answer.
Even a craving will release dopamine. You know,
Right.
just a trigger.
Right, they did that, like just showing people crack pipes will
Yeah.
release huge amounts of dopamine.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, before they even smoke anything.
Which goes
and
to what we were
that's-
talking about that one time. It's also the
so
ritual
that's-
of using.
Right. We actually got to go out to a
Yeah.
break.
Okay.
So let's let Judy give out the number. Maybe we can get a call tonight.
We're in the studio tonight with Dr. Jason Coe and comedian Steven Jackson.
We're up against the MTV Video Music
Music Awards. The number here is 877-8-830-830. That's 877-8-830-830. You're listening to Clean Radio.
And we'll see you in a few
And we're going out to
seconds.
Beth by Kiss.
What, the CD choices tonight, I don't know.
It's, you know, it's a deep story to me.
It's another Judaism.
It is. I actually broke up to a girl.
Oh, wow.
I broke up with a girl because of this song. I did. True story that I will maybe never
We gotta
tell
hear
on the
that
radio.
one.
Yeah, we'll hear that when we get back. We'll be back on Clean Radio in a few seconds.